Today's best music.
Magic 89.9.
Magic 89.9, we're today's best music. Hello, my name is Zoe, and I'm feeling a little nervous, but a little better as I speak up today because I'm talking to not one, but three amazing artists, all of which have amassed millions of streams with their infectiously great music. We've got American synth pop duo John and Luke of Great Good Fine OK, as well as the lovely singer-songwriter from the UK, the talented Emily Burns. Salutations, everyone. How are you doing?
Hey, good. How are you?
Hey. I'm
Thanks for
doing
having us.
fantastic. So, John and Luke, I know it's quite early for you. Have you had your coffee?
Yeah, I was so excited that I couldn't sleep too late, and I already ate breakfast. I've had a whole full day. Yeah.
Yeah, I basically
Great
just
to hear.
woke up and logged on, got my coffee right here.
And Luke, I know it was your birthday the other day, so I just wanted to greet you a belated happy birthday. I hope you had cake.
Thank you. Thank you. I did have cake.
That's wonderful to hear. So thank you so much for taking the time to be here. We really appreciate it. We're working with three separate time zones, so I'm very grateful. And that being said, let's dive right into your music. And your latest single together is entitled Could Be Us, and I am obsessed with how bouncy it feels. So my first question is for Great Good Fine OK, John and Luke, which came first, the music or the lyrics?
That's a great question because for this one, they really kind of happened all together, right, Luke? We sort of like
I think the music came. We had the music, and then the lyrics came, but it all happened like
if the music came first, it was like 5 minutes before, and then maybe we because it was all done in the same room on the same day, pretty much.
Oh wow, that's impressive.
And we actually ended up like totally redoing most of that music that we did on the first day, but all the vocals are mostly from the first day.
What we did almost the whole thing. Well, either way, it still worked out. It's an amazing single. And I read somewhere that everything you do is a collaborative effort in which, that's very interesting, a very interesting dynamic as a band. So do you rely on your band members working separately and then do things just come together for you in the end, like this one?
So most of the songs, the collaboration is between Luke and I and whatever other artists we bring into the particular songs. And so I'll just explain that Luke is the mixer and producer of all the songs. And I do
the mastermind.
Pretty much the mastermind. And I write pretty much most of the lyrics and the melodies and stuff like that. And then we bring in people who are either producers or songwriters to add their own magic to everything. But that's pretty much our process.
Well, I got to say that while a single makes me want to dance, there's something about the lyrics that really slaps reality on my face. And I love it. I love the whole self-reflection aspect of it all. And Emily, I don't know why I feel this way, but your voice is so silky smooth that it almost feels unfair. You compliment John's voice like butter on bread. How did you guys come to collaborate together?
Oh, I love that. Thank you so much. Yeah, it was when I first heard the song, I remember just being like, I have to be involved in this. And I was so excited that Luke and John wanted me to sing on it with them. And then when I put the vocal down and I heard it next to John's, I was just like, I feel the same. Like, I really thought our voices just sat so nicely together. And I think that's actually quite a rare thing to find someone that your voice does connect so well with. And it did just feel, even though we are on other sides of the world, it did feel like we were like there together in this moment, in this song, which is really special. So yeah, I've been so lucky to be involved.
Well, that's great to hear. And as always, I'm amazed that artists are not only able to produce work, but also work together, especially at a time like this. We're in the middle of a worldwide pandemic, but it is astonishing because the single is a piece of art. And speaking of art, let's talk about the visuals of the song. So you guys were teasing this before the single came out. There's lots of greenery, as always. There's a dreamlike oasis that you want to dip your toes into. So I would love to know the meaning behind that.
Yeah, so I made that art. I guess
you did.
Yeah, I did.
It looks beautiful.
Thank you. I make pretty much all of our artwork for all of our songs. So yeah, I don't know. There's kind of like all those bird sounds and stuff in the song, and like
Yeah.
talking about being in the park and like seeing that couple, and I kind of wanted to sort of just capture that feeling a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, yeah.
It's just sort of what the music felt like it looked like to me.
Well, it's amazing to hear that you do all the work for everything. I'm an artist, and now I appreciate you so much more than I did. If it's at 100% before, it's at 1,000% now. But does that mean that we can expect a new music video soon?
um,
I
I don't
want to
know if I'll be
know.
doing like a whole entire music video because that would just take ages. But yeah, probably a lyric video at some
Okay, I
point.
will take that. I will take whatever I can get. And I look forward to it. I mean, the dedication that you put into your craft, from the music to the lyrics down to the artwork, now that I've found, is meticulously amazing. And it shows that you guys are a powerhouse. And I also want to know, and Emily, this is a question for you as well, especially with your exposure, having worked at Abbey Road. I am curious about how you decided which genre of music to pursue. So I know that we live in a dominantly streaming culture where the lines between genres, they rapidly blur. But I would really love to know, for Great Good and Okay, why synth pop, or why pop rock? Why this specific direction in music?
Is that a question for us? I'm sorry, you like.
It is a question. Okay, let's start.
Okay.
This is the struggle with working with three people.
No, I got the question.
Okay.
I think basically the answer to that is when Luke and I started making music, we were really just both making the music that we loved to listen to the most. Luke kind of producing stuff that had that kind of 80s kind of Quincy Jones, really like clean production, funky kind of thing. And then it just so happened that my favorite music and my favorite thing to write were these pop songs and love songs with this kind of like Michael Jackson-y sensibility. So when those two things came together and we started writing together and sort of molding our two like loves for this kind of music into one thing, it became Great Good Fine Okay. So it wasn't necessarily a conscious choice at first. This is just the music that we made when Luke and I came together.
Okay, and how about you, Emily? Did all that exposure at Abbey Road, was it an inspiration for how you sound today?
Yeah, 100%. I was really lucky. I started working with some producers at Abbey Road when I was like 18. And that definitely shaped my songwriting, shaped my style of production, because until that point, I hadn't really worked with producers before. I was just sitting in my room writing songs by myself. So to get into a room with collaborators and with other producers, it kind of shifted my whole way of working. And yeah, I was really fortunate to get to work with some mad talented people, including these guys here.
That was a rare opportunity that you did have, and again, like, this collaboration is just incredible, and thank you for sharing that. So going back to John and Luke, I can see that you're completely enamored by your very, very beautiful Lionel over there. If I had to encapsulate Great Good Fine Okay's music in one word, you guys are nothing short of innovative, and I think that that's something that you should be proud of. And it easily makes you timeless. And Emily, I know that like John and Luke, you've performed at numerous festivals, which is really, really amazing. One of my dreams is to fly to the UK to get totally wasted at a British music festival. So, Emily, when did you discover that music is something that you wanted to pursue?
I was really young, like I was lucky. I kind of got born into just a really musical family. Like my dad and my brother and my mum all loves music. So from super young, they were just playing great music around the house. And I felt inspired to pick a guitar up from a really young age because everyone around me did. So I just wanted to be like a part of the family, And then, they just kind of introduced me really young to like true songwriters and storytellers. And I guess that kind of influenced my style of writing and performing, because I always just like to tell real stories in my music. So yeah, I have a lot to thank my family for that.
Well, that's incredible. And with the storytelling, it really does come out in your artistry and in your music. And so I asked John about how he, got into music, and it's an incredible story. I would love to hear Luke. How did you get into, I feel like you're an all-around creative. So you got to let me into, what's your secret? What's your secret sauce? How did you even begin on this musical journey?
Well, when I was like 6 or 7, I started taking piano lessons. I just had this like tiny little Casio 2-octave keyboard that I started on. I still have it. I've put it on a couple things. Has all like the names of the notes as stickers on each key, and then it just kind of kept going from there. I learned drum set and like got pretty heavily into like playing percussion. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of just all grew out from like playing different instruments. Then I got into making music on the computer at some point in high school. So that's all connected somehow too.
Well, we are our influences, and it's nice to see that you guys, you were just surrounded by music, and it sort of shaped who you are today. And like I mentioned, it is a dominantly streaming culture. Music is more accessible left and right. Tons of creatives are coming out and releasing music. So as three musicians who have written, produced, and performed music for a living amidst everything that's happening, what would you say? And let's start with John and Luke. What would you say is the most exciting thing about getting to pursue music?
Oh, wow. I mean, when you've been doing it from a young age, like we have, and I'll just speak for myself. It was kind of always my dream to be able to make music for a living. So when it started to look like I could actually do that, that in itself is exciting enough. And then when you get to do things like tour and collaborate with other great artists and, all the crazy things that make you pinch yourself on this journey, if you're lucky enough, that's all that stuff is the most, the whole thing's exciting. And obviously, it has its ups and downs and it's hard and it's a hustle, but yeah, I mean, if you're lucky enough to get to do what you love, then you kind of feel excited often.
Oh, most definitely. How about you, Luke? Do you feel the same way? Does Lionel
Oh,
feel the same way?
completely. Yeah, he has no idea. He was sitting in the room with me yesterday while I was working, and I think something in one of the songs like must have like sounded like a bunch of dogs barking or something, and he just like all the hair on his neck stood up and he started barking at it. I just had to like put it away and start working on something else because he just like wasn't having it.
At random, before I get to Emily, has he ever been a part of the music?
Not yet, but I can see that happening.
There's an idea. I've had my cat meow during an interview once or twice, so you should definitely get him onto your tracks and make sure you give him his credits so that he doesn't, get upset. And Emily, what is the most exciting thing about getting to pursue the dream that is the music industry?
Yeah, there's so many exciting things about it. I'd say one thing that really, really like speaks to me and gets my blood rushing is when I release a song and you hear from people kind of all over the world that are listening to it and telling you that they feel the same way. I just think that's such an amazing thing to like be able to put down your own thoughts and words and put it out and then have people say to you, oh my God, I never knew that someone else was feeling that way as well. I think that's a really special thing. And I've had that. I didn't write Could Be Us. It was these guys, that all the credits to them, but still like having so many people reach out and say like, wow, this song really speaks to me and it's amazing. And it's just such an exciting thing when you can connect to people through music.
Most definitely. Yeah, that's music at its purest form. Don't you guys agree?
Absolutely, yeah. And let me just go back and speak to collaborating with Emily, because Luke and I have done other features with other artists, and it's not always so easy. And we don't, even though you could be huge fans of another artist, it doesn't mean necessarily that their vocals are going to mesh with yours perfectly or that their vibe is going to fit with the song perfectly. And the first time we heard Emily's pass of the song we were sold. It was like all of us, Luke and me and everybody on our team was like, that's it. Like, it's perfect. And so that was such a good feeling because we were so excited about this song, and we always knew we wanted to have a female feature on it. And so it was just, it felt really lucky, and we are so honored to have her on it.
Oh,
well, like I said, bread and butter, you guys. And Luke is the jam, and Lionel gets to eat the sandwich. And if you guys could encapsulate your aspirations for 2021 in one word or emotion, your aspirations for music or your goals for this year, what would that be? And let's start with you, Emily.
Just, I know I already said this word, but probably just connection would be my one word, because whether that's connecting to people through live music, getting out and playing it to them in the room and feeling that shared experience of a live gig. Even just as a listener, like, I'm excited to get out and go to gigs and just watch. Like, it just feels like it's been such a long time since I've done that. So I think that feeling of just like connection, I'm excited to get that back, because it feels like it's great that everyone can connect over Zoom and, you know, but I'm excited to get back to like
real life.
We're getting there. As John said, you know, off screen, you can sort of see the light at the end of the tunnel, and it's coming with everything that's going on in connection. That's a great thing to really hope for. What about you, John? Aspirations for 2021.
Yeah, I was gonna say just to keep writing more music, to slowly get closer to this light at the end of the tunnel, as far as being able to perform with the band again. But I think, I totally relate to what Emily was saying about just being able to go out and go see a concert myself, or, you know, go hang out with friends and family that I haven't seen in a long time. That actually seems just as important, you know, right now for everybody's mental health. So it'll feel good to take small steps into feeling like we're back to normal world.
Definitely. How about you, Luke? What's in it for 2021?
Yeah, I mean, I think just like getting back to like collaborating actually in person, because there's so many things that you sort of take for granted about that when, you know, that's all we did. And like, now that everything's just like this on Zoom, it's like, it's just going to be really nice to be able to go back to that.
Definitely. And those are amazing words from three incredible artists from three different time zones. So thank you so much for taking the time out of your day, you guys. I know we had a little bit bumpy start, but I really appreciated you being here. John, Luke, and Emily, so much.
Oh, thank you for having us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And I personally can't wait until we can get over to the Philippines. And I know I say that every time, but we really, really do mean it. And we see all of our fans online and just connect.
We have the best fans. Like, I can just say that.
Truly,
we have the best fans in the world. And I literally do not say that lightly. So for John, Luke, and Emily, I hope you guys stay safe and healthy. And for everybody who's watching right now and listening, we're adding Could Be Us to our Magic playlist. And in the meantime, listen to it, stream it, give these three awesome powerhouses all the support that they can get, because they deserve it. So my name is Zoe. Have courage and be kind, everyone. This is today's music. You're listening to Magic 89.9.